Hello, hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I hope all is well. Let me pull up Facebook. It has been a minute, guys. So I needed to go live. It was like I cannot wait one more day. Let me see. Can I get Facebook here really quick? And if not, we are going to keep it moving because sometimes Facebook and you guys know, do not get along. But I wanted to at least allow Facebook to have access to this later on. Yep, we are there. So we'll see. We got 4 people on Facebook. Okay, cool. So hey, everybody, welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am Kimmi. I don't know if Angela and Alexis will join us tonight. Can you guys hear me? If somebody could just put a 1, I just want to make sure all systems are go. Just confirming. I'm sure you can. Hey, I'm just being me. Latoya. Hey, Frank. What's going on? Hit the like button. Yes. Okay. Hey, T-Banks. Welcome, welcome. Yes. So, guys, I'm going to be very clear. Go ahead and put your questions in there. Hey, TT Shara. What's going on? Angela Phillips. Long time no hear from. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you all so much. So, yeah, we're good to go. So, go ahead and start dropping your questions. Tonight is all about you, whatever you want to ask about the notary business. If you have some updates. Hey, you guys. Hold on one second. There we go. I just wanted to hop on and just see how everyone is doing and just give you some updates about our Facebook group. It is just growing like crazy. If you are not a member of the Facebook group here on YouTube, if you're watching, please join. It's completely free. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to have bought anything. And we are almost at 5,000. We are going to be doing a celebration. It is coming so soon. I cannot wait. Soon as we hit 5,000, hey, Kenyatta, what's going on? Hey, Evelyn. As soon as we hit 5,000 on Facebook, we are going to do a giveaways over there. We're going to be doing some giveaways, and we're going to celebrate just like we did when we hit 10,000 on YouTube. We're almost 15,000 here on YouTube. So, again, we try to be available to you. Please, whatever questions you guys have tonight, don't wait, because I'll stay on a little bit because I want to answer as many as I can. And this is a time for me to assist you in your business. But while I wait for some questions, first of all, I want to get started by saying our thoughts and prayers are with everybody here in Atlanta. If you guys have not heard, we had a mass shooting today. I believe 5 people were injured. I'm not sure of all the details because I haven't really been keeping abreast of the news that much. But we did have a shooting here. So we are praying that everyone is safe, and those that were affected, that they will be able to cope and, get through this. Unfortunately, these things are happening today, and it's really sad. So we're not going to focus on that too much, but I would definitely be remiss if I didn't mention what our city is going through today. Okay. So those who don't know, I am outside of Atlanta. Atlanta was on lockdown today. I wasn't nowhere near Atlanta, but again, I heard about it probably a couple hours afterwards. My brother even called to check on me. So people often call, something's going on in the city near you or whatever. So I just wanted to make sure we mention that today. So again, whatever you guys want to know, I'm here to talk about it. But while I'm waiting on your questions, let me give you a few updates on Facebook because you guys are doing some amazing things. So we had Ladero. I guess I can speak freely because it's in Facebook, so that's public, right? So Ladero is in our Facebook group. He just opened his own office. I am so excited for him. He is doing some amazing things. Miss Marcel, these are names you probably hear all the time. She's doing some incredible things in her business, adding more services. It's just been amazing. I see so many people that have bought the Start Your Notary Business book, starting their journeys and actually doing it step by step. So many people have taken the private one-on-one classes while we're offering those. That's a rarity that we offer it all month. We offer them all the month of April, and we will continue to offer the one-on-one trainings. They have been working out so amazingly. So I had another student, I won't call his name, but he took the one-on-one, and the next day he actually had a client, and he couldn't believe it. And he didn't know how he got the client. So that was kind of funny. But he did it. He did make a mistake. But it wasn't something that was not, that would cancel out the whole notarization. So he did, So anyway, I'm so proud of him. Many of you are working on your Google pages. I'm excited for you all that are working on your Google pages and just doing some things. Victor, you guys know, always dropping gems over on Facebook. He had a letter. I'm going to ask if he can actually just put the letter in the Facebook group for everyone. I know people have been privately DMing him about the letter, but there's a letter that he sends out to attorneys. So I would just recommend don't everybody send out the same exact letter to attorneys in your area. Because if you got 15 people in Atlanta, the same zip code, and all of you sending the same letter to attorneys, that might be overwhelming and you're going to get a definite no. So I might just see if he could put it in there, I guess, because so many people have asked for it. So I'm not opposed to, helping everybody out. I haven't seen the letter myself, so that's something I'll talk to Victor about. But people are dropping gems over there all day long, how they're making money with different field inspections and stuff. So, you can go by their experience. I've not worked with some of those companies, but if they're having a good experience, so that's that. I did want to, like I said, just give a little shout out to some of the people in the group that are just doing amazing. And you all support each other. That's the thing I love about our Facebook group. So let's see if we have any questions, because I really want to make sure I can help you all this evening. And I'm going to say hello to those who will watch on the replay, those who I missed tonight. Hey, Miss Willie Purnell, what's going on with you? Ashley, let's see. Yeah, everyone's praying. Charles, you are so welcome for the Notary Educators content. It's our pleasure. Yeah, B. Wells, it has been sad, I'm telling you. So I will watch the news when I get off of here. I know it's kind of late tonight, guys. Were you surprised to see me on at 9:30? I've been trying to go live for a week now, since the last time I went live, and I've been so busy between doing the one-on-ones and between doing my own personal business, because I'm not just a YouTuber, I'm not just a teacher or trainer and all that in the notary space. I actually have my own business. So I've been doing my business, and then Angela was off a little bit, so I was doing some of her jobs. So it's just been crazy. And then before that, my little mentor I call, he was off, so I was doing some of his jobs. So it got kind of crazy around here. Like I always tell people, I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm actually a real working notary. That's why I have so many stories. I have over 400 videos. I didn't watch somebody else and create something. I'm out there with you all. So I know what's going on in these notary streets, as they like to say. So let's start with T Banks. T Banks says, I already have my notary certificate, but I never had to take a class on how to do a notary. Is there any way I could take a class without getting your certificate, since I already have one? Hope this question makes sense. So it sounds like your state gave you a commission, and you can confirm if I'm wrong, but you never took a class to learn how to be a notary. That's what we do. We teach you how to be a notary. We do not offer a certificate because one is not needed. Your commission from your state will suffice, but you do need to know your basic notarial duties, and that's what our Notarize Like a Pro will do for you. The Build Your Business will help you to build out that business, because once you know how to notarize, then you have to know how to build out the business, how to collect payments, how to charge, how to market. All of that goes together, okay? So let me know if that answers your question. And we are offering the one-on-one trainings, and then the self-paced. There is no testing, no modules, none of that. You own the courses. They are 60% off. Coupon code is WIN23, WIN23. And you can buy those at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And you can check out everything that we offer over there. Ink fingerprinting, I-9, apostille. We got you covered pretty much A to Z, okay? Check it out. And then for those of you who are just starting out, don't forget to start your notary business in your state. For all 50 states, including Washington, D.C., there's a book for you, okay? So check that out also. It's a book for your state, how to start that business. If you already have a business and it's not successful, I guarantee you that book will help you to get that book, to get your business going rather in the right direction, okay? And welcome to everybody that is joining us. I'm just answering some questions. Please feel free to drop them in here. I'm going to hang out for a little while. Kenyatta says, yes, thankfully, she's outside of Atlanta also. Yeah. Frank is saying, so there was one person dead and 4 injured, all females, and they caught him. Thank you, Frank. I did hear the part about they caught him, which was a relief. So our prayers again go out to all 5 families and those that were there, because PTSD is real. Okay. when you go through some tragedy, you know, it's funny. I was talking about that with Alexis earlier. I worship where my mom and my father-in-law went and everything. We all worship together. And going there now, even after a year, is traumatic. My father went there too. So I told Alexis earlier, it's like a little form of PTSD every time I go there, you know, because she just saw a few pictures of it and she became a little overwhelmed. For those of you who don't know, Alexis and I are related. She's my niece. But she asked me about it and I told her frankly, like I'm telling you guys right now. So I do experience a little PTSD every time I go in there because I could see where they sat. I could see my father going to one service and I'm coming in after him, you know, or he's asking my friends, hey, where's Kim? You know, so I could see their car parked. You know, my husband had the same thoughts about his father. So needless to say, we'll be praying for the families of everyone that even worked there. Everyone's affected when something happens, you know. So let's keep going. Kenyatta says, congratulations to everyone doing big things in the notary world. Yes, we do have a Facebook user that says they really like the Notarize Like a Pro class. I'm going to see, can I tell y'all who that is? So I can give them a shout out. And thank you so much. Let me see right quick. On Facebook, yes, let's see. I cannot see who that is. Nope. I'm sorry, but I do thank you for the shout out. They said, I loved your Notarized class and your book. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry I can't see your name, though. Hey, Mr. Preston, you made it to the live. Oh, I'm so glad Mr. Preston is here. So that just reminded me, sign up for the emails, guys. If you have not signed up for our free emails, that's how you're going to know that I'm going live. And, you know, me and Angela and Alexis or whatever when we do, because I will send out an email like I did tonight. And that's another reason why I hadn't been live. I finally got the GoDaddy working so I could send out emails last week, but I still had to do a little more tweaking. So now I should be able to send out those alerts because I put it in Facebook. Only 13 people got the alert. So if you're not getting the emails, then you will not know that we're live. You know, you may not, because sometimes YouTube don't notify you and also Facebook does not. But for sure, if it's coming to your inbox, you will know. Okay. So again, welcome. Angela says, should we go forward and get insurance from the NNA for general notary, even if we're just starting with general notary? Yes, I would not drive a car, Angela. And this is my opinion. I would not drive a car without car insurance. I do not stamp papers without errors and omission insurance. Okay. That's all I could say. I would not. Anything could happen. It could be one document. You might do one general notary job and something goes wrong with that. You have no insurance. The same thing with health insurance. If you have no health insurance, it takes one event for somebody to lose everything sometimes, you know? So always cover yourself. I don't care what it is you're doing. So yes, I would highly recommend Arizona omission insurance. I purchased mine from the NNA. I know some people get Byberg. There are many other companies you can check out. I think it's one called Hiscox or something like that. So it's plenty of them you can check, but I usually do everything through the NNA. Not my supplies. Now my supplies I get on Amazon. I do have a store supply list to put everything else. Like my insurance, I get from NNA. I just feel better about it myself. Frank said he did not get a notification. Yep. So I hope you're not referring to the email, Frank. If you are, check your spam. But yeah, you don't get a notification on Facebook or YouTube when I go live. You just don't. Some people do, but most do not. Okay. So you want to sign up for the emails because you're for sure to get it that way. So you sign up for the emails at notaryeducatorsllc.com. I don't send out a lot of spammy stuff. I just send out usually when we go live, maybe once a week or twice. Sometimes I might send out what's going on for the week with a notary tip, but we're not trying to just blast you every hour on the hour with anything. Okay. I don't even have time for that because I'm working and I do hate when people do that. So we definitely not doing that. Okay. Let me see. T says, yes, that's correct. You answered my question. Thank you so much. Yes, my pleasure. Latoya says, I just bought a laser printer. Did I skip somebody? Hold on. Okay, good. Latoya says, I just bought a laser printer and about to dip my toe into loan signings. And yes, I've had training from Alexis. Cool. So you're ready to go. You got your printer and everything? Yes. So just start signing up with those companies. Do whatever it is that Alexis told you to do, which I know was to make sure your profile is tight. Make sure you have proper information. If you don't already have some signings under your belt, feel free to check out my tips on signing up with 100 companies video here on YouTube. And also I have a video, notary resume, and I go into that. And then notary resume one, you don't have to write a resume. I'm just giving you some tips if you want to. And you can take those same tips for your notary signing agent profile. Okay. And yes, we do offer one-on-one sessions. And who is asking that? Let me see. Can I hit refresh? Hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to make sure I'd like to use your names over on Facebook. One second. I can't even see it. Yep. So unfortunately, Facebook, I cannot see your names, but we do offer one-on-one sessions. Okay. I can see your questions and comments, but I just can't see who you are. I've heard other people say you have to give StreamYard permission to use your name. So you might want to check into that. So let's get some more of these questions. So Lorena says, do you know any company for field inspection that I can sign up? For field inspection, I hear a lot of people say, what is it? Greenworks? Griff talks about that a lot. Is it Greenworks? Can somebody help me out? Griff, the notary, Griffin, he talks about that a lot. I want to say DreamWorks or Greenworks or something like that is a major player. Go Look, I think, is another one. I tried to sign up for both of those, and in my area, they said they were not taking any more. So I would also add that to my Google page, Lorena, field inspections. So people will call you, like, for example, if a realtor is trying to purchase something, or even a person, a property or something in your state, and they can't go put their eyes on it, they will hire you. They hire notaries to do everything. So that's what I would recommend. Miss Gina. Hey, Miss Gina says, hi, everyone. I like to say hi. She's in Georgia. Welcome, welcome. Willie Pennell says, I'm good. And how much is the one-on-one class? So just look for everything over at Notary Educators, Miss Willie. Everything is over there, the prices and everything. Okay. If you are interested, pick which one you want, because we do offer for the one-on-ones. We're offering Notarize Like a Pro Express. That's just teaching you how to notarize documents. Some people already know how to build their business, so they don't need the pricing piece or the marketing piece and all that. So that's just for the Express. And then we do offer A to Z. And that's where we're helping you to notarize and build out that business. We talk about pricing and marketing, the whole nine. Okay. So you can choose what you're interested in over there. And Miss Angela says, should we market to colleges for proctor services, and how do we charge? So Angela, I have a whole video on proctoring. I would recommend you go watch it. It's 20 minutes long, but it's full of gems. But to answer your question here, I don't market to colleges. That's a great idea. I get my clients, normally they find me because I put it on my Google page. I put everything I do on my Google page, and people will put in proctor near me. I'm going to populate ink fingerprinting near me, I-9 near me. I do all those services. And then when someone needs it, I populate because it's on my Google page. Okay. Just another tip on that. When you are, because I always say, ask for reviews on your Google page. When you're asking for the review and they leave one, and like you did proctoring, in the review, I would put, thank you, Mr. Smith. It was my pleasure to serve as your proctor. That way, Google can read that word, SEO, search engine optimization. For those of you who don't know, the more words and stuff you use, groundworks. Thank you, Latoya. Thank you. That's the next answer. Hold on. So anyway, yeah, that's what I would do as far as proctoring. How do I charge for proctoring, Miss Angela? I charge per hour. I charge based on how far I have to drive. And the client, I got 2 videos on proctoring now. I have what questions you need to ask, and then a full video on proctoring. So watch 2. I have 2 videos about proctoring. We'll teach you how to add it, what questions to ask, and how I charge. So I'll tell you right here, I charge per hour, but everything I do for my business is based on how far I have to travel. How long it take me to get there, and how long it take me to get back. And one day I had a client, she was like, You gonna charge me on the return too? I said, I sure am, because I wasn't going out that way. I went out there for her. Okay. So, yeah, we pay round trip around here. So that's just how I do my business, but you could choose to do it however you would like. Again, per hour, and then based on how far, I also round up too. So for example, if the client booked me for 2 hours and it went over a half, they're going to pay for a whole 3 and not for a half hour, because my time is valuable. I could be doing something else. So that's how I charge, Don't put in the comments what you do, because that's how I run my business. And each person get the right to choose how they run their business. Because I know somebody going to say, well, why you charge them for 3 and you only was there for 2 or 2.5? Even if they go over the 15-minute mark, they paying for the next hour. And I'm very clear about that when I book the appointment. Okay. Let's see who is next. Latoya, thank you for the answers. Groundworks pays well for inspections, but she says they're really slow right now. So they may be slow in Miss Latoya's area, but they may not be slow in your area. So you can check it out. And again, Griffin talks about Groundworks all the time. I've never personally worked with them, so I don't have an opinion either way. I think I tried to apply and they told me they didn't have anything in my area. I do know that. So Madison says, so I'm a new notary, going to start general notary work soon, but I can't open my stamp from the NNA. How do I start if I can't open my stamp? Why can't you open your stamp, Madison? Normally it's a little switch on the back that you just slide it. It's one way, because I have several stamps. So that's one of my stamps. I slide a little thing on the back from left to right and it opens. Or either you take the stamp and you push it up and it releases. You push it up and it releases. It's 3 ways, actually. I got another stamp. I got a bunch of stamps. Yeah, let me take that back. So one of them, I slide the switch over left to right and then it drops. Okay, that's one way. Or you push it up, it releases naturally. Okay, and then just to lock it back, you push it up, it kind of click. Or I do have one more that has 2 little buttons on the side, either side, and I push that and it releases. So you got to learn how to open it. You might have to call it NNA. That's who you bought it from. You know what I mean? So we got to start doing a little critical thinking on some stuff, guys. So if I bought something from NNA, they was responsible for helping me learn how to work it, right? So make sure you call them and find out. Okay. Welcome, Facebook. Let me see. Can I see who's joining right quick? If I cannot, we got to keep it moving. I was just going to try to say your name. Let me see. Nope. I cannot see. I'm not even going to try to go back to Facebook tonight, y'all, because that takes up time. So I'm sorry, Facebook, but I love you guys, but I can't see your names. I'm sorry. I got to find out what the problem is with that. But anyway, you can catch the recording and know that I appreciate every comment you are saying, and I'm going to answer your questions. Good evening, Kimmi, and everyone just joining. That's on Facebook. Hey, Joan, welcome. God's evening, everyone. Good. I think she meant good evening, everyone. Hey, everybody. Can you please explain briefly translation, please? Yes, ma'am or sir. So I am just being me. So translation services, I do have a course on how to add that to your business. And why do you need translation services? 1, if you are going to be doing apostilles, people will bring you documents that need to be translated. Sometimes the actual apostille from the state and the document that needs to be apostille will need to be translated. That's one reason why, right? Another is, and that might have went over your head. So an apostille, briefly, for those who don't know, a document is leaving the United States, is going out the country, but before it goes, it needs a higher level of authentication, okay? Or a higher level of approval, whatever word you want to insert. 1. 2, someone may just call you, and I've been getting a lot of this recently. That's why I was a little afraid of it at first, because I was like, I can't speak Russian, all these different languages or whatever, Russian. Anyway, so Alexis and Angela had already been doing it. So I actually learned how to do it. And I was like, oh, it's not as hard as I thought. So again, you do need to know the ins and outs. So that's why I wrote the course. Okay, I do have a free video. You can check that out. But the translation course is also valuable because as a notary, people are going to call you and ask you, do you offer translation services? And what does that look like? They're going to call and say, I'll give you an example. None Better Notary. This is Kimberly. Yes, ma'am. I have a document. It's in Spanish. I need it translated to English. So, or Russian or whatever language. All I do is take the document. Well, I'm making it sound a little bit simpler than it is. Okay. There's a course on it for a reason. But all I'm going to do is take the document. I'm going to get it translated. I'm going to give it back to the client. And I'm going to charge a little fee for that. Okay, because I facilitated it just like you would for apostille. So that's like having another, it is another line of service in your back pocket, but it also gives you an advantage because the average notary, I see it in Facebook groups all the time. Matter of fact, I did it myself before I learned how to do it. Hey, do anybody in the group speak French? Does anybody in the group speak whatever? You know, so no, a lot of times it's not. So you need to know how to do translation services. So that's what it is. Okay. So you're not speaking another language, but you're, Angela's hopping on. You're not speaking another language, but you're just facilitating it, for the client. The client may not know. Let me bring Angela up. Hold on. Hey, Angela.
Hi.
Hey, hold on one second. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. So the client may not
Hi, everybody.
know how. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. So the client may not know how to facilitate it. So that's why they're going to pay you to do the translation for them. So they'll call you, you do it, take it to them, pick it up, whatever. That's an additional fee too, if you drive it to them. So I've had all kinds of scenarios why somebody would need something translated. Okay, so check out the translation course. It is 60% off at Notary Educators LLC. Coupon code is WIN23. Angela, welcome. What's going on with you?
I'm here. Hi, everybody. This is Angela from AJ Mobile Notary and Gwinnett Apostille. Hope you guys are having a great day. I decided just got home, actually.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm just answering a few questions. I don't know if you can see Facebook, Angela. If you want to try, we are 9:46 at the time is where we are answering questions.
I can't. Preston asked, "What is a good credit card?" Yeah.
Oh, I'm at 9:46.
Preston asked, "What?"
9:46.
Doesn't have time.
Introduce yourself. Angela, introduce yourself. Hold on, Angela. Introduce yourself for those who do not know. We got a slight delay there too, Angela. I don't know what's up. You did? Did you do apostilles and who you are? AJ Mobile Notary. Did I miss something?
Uh-huh.
I didn't hear you say all that. Okay, go ahead then. Okay. So we had 9:46 with Miss Sharman from Florida. And then Angela, thank you for the answer about groundworks. We are on 9:46, Angela. Give me 1 second and then we'll get Mr. Preston's question. So Ashley says, Kimmi, I've been in the business for 35 days. How long? You sure, Ashley? You know exactly. I got about 3 text messages from SnapDocs, but couldn't take the jobs. I responded quickly, but I was afraid it may have worked against me. Does it? I don't respond if I cannot take the job. It's better not to respond. Mm-hmm. So when you say you responded quickly and you couldn't take the job, I wouldn't respond. I don't take work. Let me rephrase. Let me start over. I don't click yes and I cannot do the job. It's better, in my opinion, just to let it go. They're going to send it out, Ashley, to 25 or 30 notaries. You are not the only person they sent it out to. So it's better just not to say anything. Now, some people will say you should, but I get jobs from them all the time and I do not respond if I cannot take it. To me, it looks bad if you constantly trying to hit, you can't take it. Why do that? That's my opinion. What's your thoughts, Angela? Uh-oh, Angela. Can you hear me? Angela, I think you're froze.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a lag.
Okay, so what's your thoughts on saying that,
I'm not
hitting that you're unavailable for jobs on SnapDocs or whatever. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I never, if I know I can't, I don't respond unless I know I'm going to do the job. I never hit the job just because I see it. And like, I think you already mentioned it. You have to send anybody, any company through SnapDocs, send a job because everybody else is looking too. So if I don't get it, I don't get it. But I don't just hit it just because I want to be.
Right. So, Angela, we got a terrible lag on your side. I'm so sorry. Can you try on your cell phone maybe? Or another device?
I'll come on my.
Okay.
Come on another device.
Else. Okay, come on something else. So let's let Angela come back, y'all. So thank you, Facebook, for the answer about Sandcastle. So I hope that answers your question. Actually, yeah, I don't click yes and I'm not available. Just let it go because, again, they sending that same text message out to 30 or 40 people. So if you don't answer, it's not a big deal. It's better not to, matter of fact. Preston says, what is a good credit card processor? Preston, we went over that in training. I'm going to call you out. We went over that in training. So Preston, you can do whatever you want, but remember we talked about Square because you can use Visa, MasterCard, Discover, all of that. You can take Zelle. You can check your bank for credit card processing also, but I just use Square. You could buy the Square unit. You don't even have to have a unit nowadays. You can tap your phone. Somebody told us about that a couple of weeks ago. I have not tried it yet, but you can actually just tap your phone and it will work once you get it all set up. Okay. Hey, Angela.
Okay, I'm back. Is this better?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't see Facebook now because I'm on my tablet.
That's okay. I already told Facebook we couldn't see them, but we got love for them. You want to answer Mr. Preston's question about what is a good credit card processor?
Oh, I use Square for everything. Because one thing I like about Square too is that I just found this out, I think a year after I was using it. Kim, you probably already knew it, is that you can also accept cash payments through Square. But I use Square because you can send an invoice, you can take the credit card payment immediately. Yeah, that's the only credit card processing payment that I use. What do you think?
Angela, I do not know that. What do you mean you can take cash through Square? What do you mean?
You don't, there's a, one of the entries on there is cash. I didn't do it, but it has a cash payment where I think you can put it on the Square, showing on Square that you accepted a cash payment.
Oh, okay. Like if someone's paying an invoice or something.
Right.
Okay. Because I was like, I don't even understand that. Okay, cool. Okay. So yeah, I was telling Mr. Preston, I use Square. Me and Mr. Preston did a one-on-one, so I'm gonna call him out because we went over that in class.
Wait.
All right. So Facebook is saying Trend Source. I've not used them as far as probably what you call it? The
field inspection. Inspection.
Yeah. Mag says she got her first, or I think it's Mag, first ink fingerprint job this week. It was originally just one because we met. He needed one for his wife, too, both doctors. Your training prepared me, and they were so impressed with the service. Go, Kimmi.
Go, Kimmi.
Go, Mag. Yes. You get ready. Stay ready so you don't be ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You see, Miss Mag took the ink fingerprinting course. When she did get the call, she was ready.
She was ready.
Go on Facebook and say, teach me how to do ink fingerprinting, or call me and say, Kimmi, I got an ink fingerprinting job. No, you need to be ready. And it's on sale, 60% off. You don't have to pay $500 for nobody ink fingerprinting course, y'all. It's on sale. It's like $55. Yes, Angela.
But speaking of that, I see lately, I've been seeing a lot of people in Facebook, not just in our group, but in different groups. They'll get an assignment and they'll say, this is my first assignment. I got this assignment. It's more than that, just like any tip, like, what should I do? You can't get an assignment in any service and have somebody just tell you what to do, because your likelihood of making a mistake is like in the high 80s or 90%.
Yeah, you got to know what you're doing, guys. We preach that all the time. And I know it's a few people out there telling y'all, you don't need training. Trainers trying to take your money. Hey, we giving it away for almost free over here, okay? So
Right.
plus we work. We ain't trying to take your money, but we cannot do it for free because we're in a business also. But we give you everything you need to win, like that ink fingerprint course. Thank you again, Miss Mag. I really appreciate that. It is on sale for $55. And I know she made more than $55 on her job. So she done made it back. You can write it off probably on your taxes. Get the proper training. Somebody was in another group talking about, I got an apostille. What do I do? What?
I saw that too.
You need to call Angela.
I saw that too.
You can't be in Facebook doing somebody $200 job for an apostille trying to fake it.
Right.
You cannot. Somebody called me a few months ago. Might have been last month. My days running together. And she had an apostille. And I'm sitting here like, I helped her through it a little bit. I couldn't give her everything because I had my own job to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, don't. And I told her, I said, you got through this one, but I wouldn't recommend that you keep trying to fake it till you make it. You cannot. What's your thoughts on that, Angela?
And with any service, like I said before, you can't get a service or get a job or get a call and tell somebody you're going to take it and you're going to take care of your client. Your client is expecting you to take care of their documents because whether it's a notary, an apostille, ink fingerprinting, or whatever, they're getting it notarized because it's important. If it's not that important, nobody's going to ask you to notarize it. And usually when people are getting documents for ink fingerprinting, apostille, and notary, it's something very important, no matter what it is. And apostille is on that top level important because these people documents have to go to a whole nother country. And so usually other things besides they need their documents, apostille is involved because a time crunch. Most of the people that I apostille documents for, it's like a time thing. And the attorney has been involved, sent them a POA. I did an apostille last week, and this lady and her husband was very frustrated. They had anxiety to 100, literally, and I'm not exaggerating, because their apostille had been rejected twice. And so when they called me and I went over there, I eased their minds, assured them that it would work out and not to worry about it. And so when I came back, they were like all over me, just amazingly. They gave me a great review. But the whole point is what I'm trying to say is that documents going overseas have to be apostille here are very, very important. And if they get rejected, we all know how long it takes the Secretary of State or your notary commission agency to do apostille. Some of them are walk-in, but most of them are not. And so if the people are waited a week or 8 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks, according to the Department of State, and these people are waiting on their documents, then that could be critical. They could lose out on something. So it's very important that you know what you're doing in apostille, in notary, fingerprinting. Because Kim, didn't we have somebody at one point, the girls did an ink fingerprinting and the person said it was wrong? This been like maybe a few months back.
It was rejected?
Yeah, when she took the fingerprint, they said that it wasn't correct.
Oh, Angela, I'm sorry, I don't remember that. I just don't remember. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, you need to make sure that it's correct because when it's not, it affects that person, and that person has paid you a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. But Angela's right. I mean, that wouldn't be the first time somebody called us and said, "Ooh, now what do I do after the fact?" And one more, the person I was talking about that called me about that apostille thing, she says, "Well, I charged them a little bit less because it was my first one. I figured I could learn through it." Look at Angela's face. Yes, and she still charged them a pretty penny for one document, and you don't know what you're doing. So we are not playing those kind of games over here, and that's why a lot of times you put. You guys reach out and say, hey, can you help me with this? Honestly, I can't walk you through something that requires a full-blown training and you get it right. And I'm not even getting ready to try to. So it's not that we're being mean, but you can't say, Kimmi, what goes here on this line? No, You need to know why you're doing it. And I am that person. I am that trainer. I'm not just giving you answers like that. I ain't got time for it anyway because we're actually working. So if you really want to know how to do your business correctly, you have to invest in your business and either notarize like a pro or the one-on-one training will help all of you. It has helped so many people, and we're very proud of it. You can check the reviews on Facebook, unsolicited, and we help our people. And once you take in training, you get stuck, sure, because you're not going to remember everything. We tell every student that come through here. You ain't going to remember every single thing. Your first 1 or 2, we got you. You don't pay us nothing extra for that. You don't charge no monthly mentorship. But you have to get that good foundation. Without a foundation, I cannot help you. That's like you trying to build a house, no foundation, and you want me to bring you some bricks. What?
Some bricks.
No, you don't even have no level. You ain't got no dirt, no nothing to put the house on, but you want me to bring you some bricks.
Not gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. So I can't just give you answers and say, go ahead and do ABC. You don't know why you're doing it. And it might not even be right, because sometimes I need to know the situation. I can't just say, go do ABC. I need to know who, what, when, where, why. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason too. We don't just comment and say, oh, go do ABC. I need to know background. I don't just go out there stamping. I'm not going to just tell you to go out there and start stamping.
What you made me think about when you were saying that, Kim, was I've had not a lot of people, but some people, they try to tell me how to do my job. Like they'll say, and they really don't know what they're talking about. I'm talking about the client. Have you ever had a client say, oh, why you put that there? Shouldn't you put that here? Shouldn't you? And I step back and I look at them. I said, I always ask them, I said, what do you do for a living? And they tell me, I do this every single time. They tell me, I said, I'm a notary. That's what I do for a living. I said, I don't know how to do your job. But I said, you don't know how to do my job. I said, let me do my job.
Right.
And then they be like, okay. But they have said things like, you putting this there. I'm like, I got this. And then I explain it to them what I'm doing. Then they say, oh, okay. I said, yeah, right. Because I know what I'm doing.
Right.
You have to. So I'm saying that to say, if the client says something to you and do this, and if you haven't had any training, you don't know what you're doing, you get confused, or you may put what they're saying and it's totally wrong.
And they will push you. They will ask you to do stuff. And they can tell if you don't know what you're doing. And that's when you end up messing up, doing some fraudulent stuff, and you end up in trouble. Right. So you need to know what to do. When me and Angela go to a notary signing, you best believe they sit back, be quiet, and do what we tell them.
Right.
Because we're the expert.
Like today, and the girl was writing her name. I stopped. I said, Miss Green. I said, you cannot write your name like that. She said, that's my signature. I'm like, you need to write it exactly like it's said on here. And she trying to tell me, well, that's why I said, I know that's the way you write it, but today we're going to write it like this.
Right, because you already know if it ain't signed correctly, the signing company going to send it back.
Right.
And then she going to be even madder when she got to double pay you.
And that's what I say. I said, I'm just trying to prevent your documents from coming back.
And that comes from being a pro. Okay. Notarize like a pro. All right. Facebook says they use Square. It's really easy and simple. Yeah, we agree. Mag says that those people that call her for ink fingerprinting do plan on calling her back to be their notary. Thank you, Kimmi. It's our pleasure. June says she uses Square. They're telling Mag congrats. Frank is talking about Groundworks. He gave me another one. Thank you, Frank. I view it. Takes home inspections about $65 in 45 minutes. But I view it, I think, and they told me nothing was in my area. Yes, Angela.
Catherine said Trend Source.
Trend Source. Did I skip that? Okay.
Yeah, it was after June said I use Square.
All right.
And Catherine also says Sandcastle and We Go Look.
Okay, cool.
Sando Castle and We Go Look.
All right. And now Miss Charmaine says, I'm doing my first signing tomorrow for an occupant affidavit. Congratulations. T-Bank says, what is a good payment method we should or can we use for charging clients, or is it a notary choice? We kind of just talked about that, T, with the Square. Square, you got Zelle, Cash App. I take everything. I'm not going to go on no tangent. But a lot of people say Cash App is ghetto. Ain't nothing ghetto about getting paid through Cash App. Okay? So I get paid through Cash App. I'll take everything but a chicken almost. And I'll take a chicken, shoot. I eat chicken. So anyway, my point is I take everything. Matter of fact, somebody paid me with a roll of dimes last month. A roll of dimes. They're sitting on my table down there. I had some people over the other day. And it was like, what is that? They thought it was a cigar. It was kind of funny. So she kept looking at it. Yeah. And I was like, what is she looking at? The person, they kept looking. And I said, what is she putting that on the table? And I'm looking at the table myself. I said, was it dirty? You know,
You
and
was
next
trying
thing I
to see
know,
if you were smoking some cigs.
I know, I was like, what is going on? So she ended up picking it up, right? And then she was like, oh, I thought it was a cigarette. No, a cigar, because it's brown, you know, the little wrapping. And I was like, oh, no, it's not. And I said, girl, that's a roll of dimes somebody paid us with. I said, I take everything. If they give me a bag of quarters, I'm going to take it.
That's right.
You know, as long as it's spent. So, yes, I take everything. So, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal. I had to end up taking PayPal. I wasn't taking that. I was pushing back. But I had 2 directs, seller packages, and they both said they only pay by PayPal. So after that, I got PayPal. Do you take PayPal, Angela?
I have PayPal, but I don't take PayPal. But if my direct tell me they're gonna pay me by PayPal, I'm giving them my PayPal. So I do have PayPal for personal stuff and stuff, but no, I don't take PayPal. I only had probably like maybe 2 people ask me if I take PayPal, and I just said no. But if my direct client tell me that they want to do PayPal, I'm like, sure.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. So I was kind of forced into it. The only thing I don't like taking also is personal checks, but I will do it for older people and for trust accounts.
Yeah, okay. I do it for older people too. Sometimes I'll go do, I have this client, the first time I went and did a selling, they buy houses or something, I don't know, flip houses. And the first time I went to do their package, he whips out a check and I'm saying to myself, I didn't say nothing. And I took it because they always call me. And so now I just take checks from them because they like a business. It's not a business check, but I take checks from them, but I don't usually take checks.
Right. I got you. Kenyatta says, do you motor vehicle like issue license plates? I'm not even sure what that's regarding, Miss Kenyatta. So if you can clarify for us. Miss Gina says, I'm in Atlanta with my endorsers. Do they need to be present for the notary signing? No. If you're talking about your original application, Miss Gina, they do not have to be there with you. For those of you who have not signed up, don't forget sign up for the email list so you can know when we go live. TT Shara says, hello, Madison. Have you? Oh, she's trying to tell somebody how to pull off their cover for their notary stamp. They didn't know how to use it.
Oh.
And we're going to skip down to 954, Mr. Leisure. Quick, where do you start from? Do you start at general notary work or apostille? You want to answer that, Angela?
You definitely start at general notary work because you need to know how to be a great notary. And some documents need to be notarized in apostille, not all of them, but some of them do. So you want to know that you're doing it correctly and properly. And then with the apostilles, sometimes you have to, a lot of times when I get apostilles, I have to add a certificate. And so telling them which certificate that they need, you shouldn't do. So you should definitely know how to notarize documents before you do apostilles.
Mm-hmm. Now, just for the record, you do not have to be a notary to do apostilles, right, but it will help you in the long run and you will have a more successful business if you are a notary and you know how to do what Angela's saying. So some people try to bypass it and say, I'm just going to be a apostille agent and just, you know, get the money and drive it down there. It don't work like that. Because you need to be able to detect if the other notary who did do the stamping on a document, if they did it correctly or not. So many times Angela and I have had that happen. The first notary didn't do it correctly, so we had to correct it. So you need to really, in my opinion, and again, it's not a requirement, but being a notary is just like a must to me.
Yeah. And another thing about that too, you don't have to be a notary, but if you're a notary and you're doing apostilles and your client don't have to go to 2 different places, and I always tell my client when they do apostilles, because they'll call and say, well, I need to have it notarized. I said, no, the notary is included. And so they don't get charged double, you know, for the apostille and the notary. So it's good to be a notary, like she said, but you don't have to be one.
Yep, you do not have to be one. And Angela does do apostille training one-on-one, and she has a mentorship for the apostille. You want to talk about that just a little bit, Angela?
Yeah, so I do one-on-one apostilles, and I do group training. And let me tell you something. It's beginning to be summer. So since last September, apostilles have been so busy. They've been so busy that a lot of the Secretary of States have been behind. At one point, because I sent 2 to DC, they was taking like 12 weeks or 14 weeks to do apostilles in DC. They're back on track now. but I have quite a few people have been texting me and emailing me, telling me that they are just like popping with apostille. So I do group training and one-on-one. I have a monthly mentorship. Uh, you can go to our website. It is a subscription where you pay once a month, where you can come on and ask any questions. And I usually each time have a certain subject that I talk about. And last week was really, really good because I shared with some of the people that were there some of the things that came across my desk when I got apostilles that they could look out for. And so it's a great class. And I actually see one of these comment. I don't know if you got to this comment yet.
We are at 9:56.
I'm on my tablet. It doesn't have time, but I'm gonna. If you haven't gotten to this, I'm gonna see.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
TT Chara says hello. No, that's not what I want to read. I missed it. Oh, Mag says good evening, Angela. These New Jersey apostilles keep coming. 8 so far since March. Cannot thank you enough for the class. And so the class is amazing, even if I do have to say so myself. And when you leave, you will know how to do an apostille. Most of my students that I train, they may call me and ask a question, but most of them call just to confirm that their process is correct. And usually it is. And so the class is amazing. You'll know how to do apostilles anywhere. So thank you, Mag, for that. And I'm so glad that your apostilles keep coming.
Mag looked like she's taking quite a few of our courses. So I always know who is taking quite a few too, because they're learning all these different services. And then that's another way you're going to have a major business, a exploding, successful business. Not to go on a tangent, but I have also heard other people say, well, you don't need to add all these different services. You know, you only need to focus on one. That's ridiculous. McDonald's sell more than cheeseburgers. Let them try not selling coffees and see what happened to them. It would go under. They sell coffee. They sell chicken sandwiches. They sell McRib, barbecue, right? So all these services.
Guess what I just learned the other day? Chick-fil-A supposed to only sell chicken, but they have bacon on some of their sandwiches. They even
got a pork sausage. They got a sausage. Right.
So look what Chick-fil-A got. They got Chick-fil-A doing adding to their service.
And then they've been had it. They just don't talk about it.
I didn't know it until I went.
Yeah. They just don't talk about it. I knew a couple years ago they sold sausage. So imagine Chick-fil-A not selling some kind of pork up in there. You know?
Right.
So you better have more than one stream of income. And don't listen to some of these people. I'm trying to tell you, only focus on one thing. I think it's ridiculous for you to add something else. What? Please.
Well, ask Mag, is it ridiculous with them apostilles coming in? Because she banking with those apostilles.
Wait a minute, and her ink fingerprint.
Right.
It ain't ridiculous. That money is real, guys. And you got to know what you're doing for each line of service. Now, we always say you can't add them all at one time. That's the key.
Right.
Don't be trying to learn and add everything in one day. But it don't take you 2 weeks to learn ink fingerprinting. You can learn it in what little time my video is. So learn ink fingerprinting this week. Next week, add I-9, add apostille. You know what I'm saying? Get your money. Don't be listening to these people. We're going to do go ahead, Angela.
I'm going to say one thing I like about all of the training we do is that when you finish the training, you know what you're doing.
Yes, you don't have to wonder. You don't walk away. You still have to sign up for mentorship for the rest of your life. We don't have time for mentorship forever. Because we're actually working. We don't have time to play that game. Now, if we wasn't actually working notaries, we probably could play around a little bit and, kind of give it out. I had people this week that I did one-on-ones with. And last week they were like, wow, you guys give us everything. I'm like, yeah, we give you free stuff in the video, so you can only imagine what the training is like.
Right.
So let's do Mr. Oscar. Thank you. He says, hi, everyone. Amazing team. Nice to hear from you, Mr.
Thank
Oscar.
You, Oscar. Yeah.
Miss Leisure says, how long do you have to access your courses? You own the course. Mr. Leisure, I'm sorry. You own the courses forever. The self-paced. They are yours. No expiration date. Miss Lorena says, which company do you use for translations? The Spanish group. June says, good evening again. Okay. Tanya says, I like your hair, Angela.
Thank you, Tanya.
Hey, Marcel, what's going
on?
Marcel. Okay, hey everybody. Angela reason we fixed that. So now we're going to go kind of fast, guys, because I don't want to keep Angela all night or you all. So we're going to try to just hit these questions with one thing. Let's go. Good evening, Angela. The New Jersey. Oh, you already talked about that. But it's worth repeating. Good evening, Angela. The New Jersey apostilles keep coming. 8 so far for the month of March. Cannot thank you enough for the class. Angela says, if you're doing G&W, are we able to sign up with agencies or is it just for LSA? So G&W is general notary work. That's when the public calls you for those who are new. This is from Angela. There is no signing company for general notary work.
Mm-mm.
However, sometimes loan signing agencies will give you general notary work. So if I'm you, I'm signing up with everybody and doing everything. So what that look like really quick is you would learn how to be a good notary. You would get your notary signing agent information or loan signing agent from the NNA. Double back for training with us on both. Then you can sign up for both. That's 2 streams of income. If one ain't ringing, maybe the other one is. Okay. You want to ask something?
And just that I've had signing companies call me to be a witness. I've had them call me just to go and sign a deed. So you don't get it every day, but sometimes they'll call you to be a witness or something like that.
True that. I forgot about that. They even call you to be a witness. So what we do to have the businesses that we talk about, because we can only talk about our businesses, myself, Angela, and Alexis, we get calls to be witnesses. We get calls for deeds. We get calls for notary signing. We do everything. We do everything. We do fingerprints. We do proctor, and you name it. We do all of it around here. Only thing none of us do is wedding officiant. I think that's about it. The only thing that none of us do is wedding officiant. Ashley says she responded no via text. Again, Ashley, I'm not responding no. Just leave it alone if you can't do it.
Yeah.
June says I really don't know. We're gonna skip that. Angela says, do you use hard copy calendars for your appointments or electronic? I use my Google Calendar for everything, which is on my phone, so that would be electronic. What about you, Angela?
I'm old school. I use hard copy. I have my calendar book everywhere I go, in my front seat of my car, everywhere.
Really?
Go ahead,
Angela. That's a calendar.
Here it is.
I'm mad at you.
I can't do this. I can't do the electronic thing because I think I'm paranoid that if something happens to the electronic and it disappears, like I have all my signings when my direct calls me. Like sometimes people will make an appointment. I'll put their name, their phone number, their address in my book. And I know, everything. It's like when people call me and they say, oh, I'll call you back. If it's one of my regular clients, I'll call them back. So I don't have time to be looking at each little date. I open the calendar, I see a whole week right there, and I just check it off when I'm finished or call them back. It's easier for me.
Okay, cool. Okay. For those of you who are just starting out and may not know, I did write a book for all 50 states. Each state has their own book, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama, in Virginia, in Texas, in Michigan. What else I got? California, Indiana, all states. So don't ask me in the comments, do I have one for your state? Because it's one for all 50 plus Washington, D.C., okay? Mr. Oscar says, go ahead, Angela.
And go get your notary journal, too. I got them on Amazon. All different colors.
Yes, Angela actually wrote a journal.
Yeah, all different colors.
It is valid for everybody, even is it compliant for California or not?
Yep, fingerprint and everything.
Okay, so everybody, it is compliant. So Mr. Oscar says, very busy in Colorado. That's because it's not that complicated. What Mr. Oscar, what we say, you're right. It's not that complicated. Right. It's not that complicated. And my other slogan, in case somebody try to steal it, is questions equal money. Okay. Yeah. Y'all been hearing me say that for years. Okay. Questions equal money.
And Oscar says not that complicated because he took training.
It's not that complicated. Jessica says, I just received my stamp. Oh, I'm about to take all the courses. Foyer Mobile Notary Services on the way.
Okay, Jessica.
Bring it, Jessica. Yes. Tommy WV says, and if you have your LLC set up, training is usually tax deductible. Preach, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so true. Me and Angela were talking about that earlier yesterday.
Yeah.
Tommy's asking, has anyone signed up with Groundworks as an inspector? Not seeing it on their site. So they may not have anything in your area. That's what I was saying earlier, Tommy. I wasn't able to sign up with them because they told me that. Kenyatta says she had something yesterday. Brandon says he's registered when we go look. Kenyatta said take some eggs too. I sure will. I'll take everything. Hello from Massachusetts. Here I go. Hey, Linnell, Massachusetts, Mass area. Can you say Massachusetts, Angela?
Massachusetts. It's Massachusetts.
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 Okay. I'm done, y'all, because I know that sounded really ugly. Hey, Carlos. Angela, you got another question here. Angela, did you get your question answered? I missed the first part. Come here to ask the same question. I don't know what they're talking about, Angela.
Me either. Maybe they're talking about the other Angela on Facebook.
Oh, okay. That's true. Brandon talking about the car.
Oh. Did you answer her question about getting insurance from the NNA?
I did.
Okay, we'll go ahead.
I recommend getting insurance. I would not stamp a paper without having insurance. I did address that. Tommy says nothing ghetto about money. I'll take cash out. You know it.
Tommy got it.
Yeah, somebody on Facebook said I missed their answer. Would you mind letting me know if General W is part of the services if it was answered? Can you say that one more time, Facebook? Because I'm not sure what that. I missed their answer. Would you mind letting me know if G&W is a part of the services if it was answered? Can you please say that one more time before we get to the end? I'd like to answer your question, but I'm not clear. Kenyatta says, sorry, do you issue motor vehicle license plates? I don't work for the DMV.
No, girl.
Kenyatta, we don't do everything.
Dang, Kenyatta, we can't do that. You trying to send us to jail.
Kenyatta is Kenyatta, we can't do that now. We don't do everything. Look, we try.
Kenyatta said, I just want to know so I can do it.
Oh, that's so funny. We try to get all the money, but we can't do that one. T Bank says Becky Sellers, they don't answer. They have not answered the question yet. I will let you know. Okay, good. So T Bank says, okay, good. Let's see. Do you teach how to market well for apostille? Okay, yes. Angela, that's from you. Makeup.
Yes.
That's from Make Up Your Mind. Okay.
The answer is yes, make up your mind.
Okay. Somebody said that point. I don't know what that is. Yes, Angela teaches you not only how to market, but also how to price your services. If you don't know how to price your services, you have no business. Check out my pricing course also. I go over all the different types of services that are available in the notary space and how you may charge for them. Okay. So check that pricing course out too. That's like you and I sitting in a room. We talking about field inspection, ink fingerprint, everything, how you should charge. General notary work, loan signing agent. It's a really good course, y'all. Y'all should get that pricing course. I don't talk about it enough, but how to price your notary services is what it's called. Let's talk about the money. So check out that course, okay? Brandon said I had a title signing last week. Go, Brandon.
Go, Brandon.
Very good. Becky says you're welcome. Tommy says always have more than one income. Yeah. So don't be listening to these people telling y'all don't do it. Okay, really quick. If I want to purchase the pro training and wanted the one-on-one, would I need to purchase them both? Does the training come with materials? There are materials. I don't know what type of materials you would be looking for. The Notarize Like a Pro, though, there are a few things. You get a tip sheet. You do get some documents that we're going to cover. But it's really practical training. Very, very practical. You want to add to that, Angela?
Yeah, as I was reading the question, what I was thinking is, and you can tell me, Marshall Worship Arts, if this is correct. People purchase the training based on what their preference is, because some people prefer one-on-one. Some people prefer online, self-paced. And so if you get, like Kim mentioned earlier, if you get this Notarize Like a Pro online, that's yours to keep. But the one-on-one, yes, you can do either one, but you don't need to purchase both.
Yeah, you don't need to purchase both. Now, I have had a couple of people that took the one-on-one and then they wanted to buy the Notarize Like a Pro just to have it as a reference because that's digital and they can own it. And it's once you take a class with us, then you have access to the other one. So just FYI. Well, let me rephrase that. Some people, like I said, some people have decided to buy the digital also. So it's not required because we give you everything you need in the live training, or everything you need in the self-paced. But of course, live is different because it's your personal session. And we've been enjoying the live session, so it's completely up to you. But either way, you're going to win, okay?
Right.
Max says, we're almost done, Angela. Max says, the money is good, y'all. I'm telling you, take the training and put the work in and learn as much as you can. Once the calls start, they don't stop. Just got another apostille request this evening. Mag, you doing the thing.
Mag is killing it.
That is really good. We're happy for you, though. Congratulations, for real. Like she said, you do have to put the work in. I mean, but we give you everything you need, and we got your back. So as long as we're here, we got you. Latoya says, "Are we getting a self-paced apostille class soon?" Angela,
I'm gonna be straight. What's the word? Clear. Like, put it all out there. The class is complete. I just have to record it. And I just came from vacation. I thought I was gonna get it done before I went, but I didn't.
All right, y'all heard it here first. It's not ready yet. All right, Angela, because I put the fire on her for y'all, but
she will.
But I'm like,
I'm gonna put myself out there. What's today?
May 3rd.
Look, I got my calendar right here.
Girl, you need to write it on your calendar.
I am. I'm looking at my calendar because I'm gonna give you guys a date and I'm gonna stick to it because I got to record it.
All right. Let's keep going. So Brandon says,
it'll be ready by the 15th. It'll be ready by the 15th.
Okay, May 15th. They can look for the apostille pre-recorded course.
Yep, and because it took me so long, I'm gonna run a special.
All right, Angela. Y'all heard it here first. May 3rd. We about to wrap this up. Brandon says, how can I acquire new customers? Brandon, marketing. And check out my marketing video. I might have 2 or 3, I think. I'm not sure. But marketing, get out in the neighborhood, Brandon. Everybody should know you're a notary. Everybody. Check your Google page. What does your Google page look like? If your Google page ain't tight and right, does it look like a dry piece of toast or edible arrangement? If it's a dry piece of toast, check out my videos first for free. And if not, then Alexis will be more than happy to put you on her calendar and help you get it maximized. Okay? Because I do have about 6 videos on Google My Business. Yeah. She's been called to be a witness. And those witness jobs add up, guys. If you get $25 per witness job, because some people say, don't take it if it ain't $100. I've never taught that. I used to take jobs for $30. When I first started, I would frown upon them. And then one day I was sitting there like, wait a minute, you ain't getting nothing. I started taking them $30 jobs. 30 times 10 is $300.
And I don't think the signing company has ever sent me a witness job less than $40.
I have gotten them for $25.
But those
I got was $60.
Those were my direct clients, though.
Yes. So I have gotten from the signing companies like $25 is the norm, unless they just can't find anyone. So if they just keep sending it out, that means you keep asking for more money. Now the other piece of that is like my highest one was $60, and they couldn't find nobody. They sent it out the first time for like $40. I said, oh, it's after 6. They can't find nobody. I waited. They kept going up. Next thing I know, it was $60. I said, oh, you think I won't? I went there for 5 minutes. Somebody said I use my hard copy book also. That's June. Almost done, y'all. What advice would you give to post yourselves as a notary newbie? Angela, you want to talk about that?
Take some training so that you will be confident. Make sure that really, when you take training, I'm going to talk about this in line with another question that's later on. When you're a newbie, you have to take training, or you should. Somebody said that they earlier that they said they got their certificate, but they didn't have any training. I don't know if you guys realize that when in every state, when you get your notary, let me back up because California is different. When you get your notary certificate and your state doesn't require training, they're really just doing a background check on you to make sure that you are not a felon and to make sure that you're like a good citizen, but they don't give you any training as to how to notarize documents. And I don't know if you even read on their website, most states on their website, they suggest that you get further training. And so as a newbie, I would recommend anybody to just get training. I mean, in 2 or 3 jobs, you'll make all the money back, plus some more. And maybe in the first job, if you're a good notary and you've been trained. And so that's my suggestion on a notary newbie. If I look back, I would say get training.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to. I mean, you don't have to. I guess you could just, people could just keep doing what they're doing and try to learn through Facebook. That is not a good way to run your business. I'm sorry. Um, Somebody T Bank says, I know that's right, Angela. I have a book myself. Never use electronic. When I start booking clients, I'm going to use the book. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Kenyatta says, yes, it's tax deductible. Again, we're not tax accountants over here or professionals, so always do your due diligence. But I've taken training and myself, matter of fact, I spent about $500 or more myself last year for training when I did my taxes.
I did too.
Yeah. And it was worth every penny. I feel better. I don't know if you guys knew, but one of my goals for 2023 was to be an expert at apostilles. And I took Angela's course 3 times. I took it 3 times. Yeah. So I'm gonna start hitting some of her mentorship up if she don't mind. But anyway, so I don't play, y'all. I had to keep doing it, but I finally got it. I think, Angela.
Yeah, I think she got it. You got it.
The only thing that tripped me up, I'm gonna be real frank with everybody, really quick, is New York, because they don't put stuff on their website. Everybody else's website is like it take 10 days. So I can tell my client 2 weeks, you know. But New York don't have no information. It scares me to death. I had a job a couple months ago. I called Angela. I said, you could just have this job because I ain't even feel like trying to figure it out.
But that's what I think, again, I think what Kim's problem was with apostille, it's not that she couldn't do it. She did not want to do it. She didn't want to be bothered with it. But once she put her mind to it and decided to do it, then she did it. It's just that she did not want to deal with it.
Yeah, because I couldn't, y'all. It was too much. I said, Angela, I called her. She said, Kim, you can do it. She did not want to take the money from me. She's like, you can do it. I was like, Angela, I cannot. So anyway, that's another story, y'all. Let's go on because I'm going to get y'all questions. Next is really quick. Here we go. Are we able to get GNW on an agency, or is it just for loan signing agent? We did answer that question, Angela. So let me be clear. There is no agency for general notary work. I said that earlier. There is no agency. So when you doing general notary work, you are finding your own business. What does that look like? Nursing homes, hospitals, your Google page, marketing, business cards, right? So there is no agency for GNW. But as myself and Angela stated, sometimes you can get GNW from loan signing companies, because they don't just do mortgage documents. Somebody may hire them to do a debt settlement, and they will call you, or somebody may hire a loan signing company to do just a 1 page of any kind of document, and they may call you as a notary to go out. So to be clear, there is no website that you can sign up for GNW. There is no website. However, we're just giving you another caveat to how you can add additional services. So I hope that's clear. Did you need to clarify that, Angela? Was it clear?
It's clear.
Okay. So Francis says her question was answered. Facebook, really quick, do you use any kind of client management systems? And if so, do you have SMS to send text messages to clients? Angela, you want to answer that?
I do not use any client management system for my general notary work, because I just keep everything in my journal. I do use a client management system for my apostilles. And as far as sending them SMS messages, it may do that. I don't know if it does it or not, because I strictly use it to keep up with the client information and where I am in the process and all of that. So, and to keep it, what do you call? Oh, to show if it's in process or if it's been completed. So I don't do the SMS for that, but I do use one for apostilles.
And I do not allow people to put themselves on my calendar anymore. And I do email with my client through, I'll text message with them also through my Google page. But I do not allow them to just get on my calendar. I used to when I first started. I had Square set up to that, and then I allowed them to get on my calendar. But I can't afford that anymore because I need to know when, where. I can't just let them control my time like that. I got to book my own stuff. Mag says, thanks. Great evening. Goodbye, Mag. We thank you so much.
Thank you, Mag.
Last few. We almost done. Mint Mobile says, do we have to be certified to do fingerprinting in Georgia? No, ink fingerprinting is allowed in all 50 states. You always just want to double check, but you can. Now, live scan is a different thing. I don't do live scan. I teach you the old-fashioned ink method with the card, which is still very much needed. Brandon says, thank you. Working on my Google page now. Yep. I knew your Google page wasn't ready, Brandon. I already knew it. How did I know that?
It was dry toast. It was dry toast. It wasn't edible arrangement.
So work on that Google page. Miss Gina says, what course do you guys have to learn how to find most of the documents that we need to be a successful notary? All right, Miss Gina, really quick. We don't have no course to teach you about all the documents. I do have the specialty general notary work course because that teaches you a little bit about wills and stuff for handling nursing homes because I want you to know some of the lingo and to be familiar. But in the basic course, you don't have to know every document. There's no way you're going to see every document. You don't even need to if you know how to be a good notary. Okay, right. We teach you how to notarize any state, any document. Any document. And I love Marcel because she said it in the Facebook group. I think it was last week. She took a one-on-one with Angela, 2 years ago now?
Yeah. About
Marcel
I think maybe
said, was it 3?
No, I think it was about 2.
2. Marcel said in the Facebook group, she was trying to help a newer notary. I can notarize any document because she took training with Angela. And that's how we roll at Notary Educators. And that's what we do. Yeah. We educate. Really quick. Love the dry piece of toast or edible arrangement, Kenyatta. Thank you, Kenyatta. She said her witness fee was $25. Yeah, that's about average.
That's about average. Yeah.
$25. Again, if they can't find anyone else, they'll start going up on that price. Or if you don't want to do $25 and you willing to go for $40, just tell them that. Sometimes they'll pay you. It's not as easy to get a witness as you may think. It's not. It is not as easy. So T Bank says, yes, it was me. I had no training, but got my commission. Okay. And then Marcel says getting training is the most important part of being a notary. She is so right. Thanks, Marcel. Just gave you another shout out, girl. So Angela says, thanks, you were clear. I appreciate you, ladies. Okay, very good. We hit everybody's question, y'all. We're going to say good night. Angela, you want to say anything?
No, but just good night. Glad I could make it. And you guys, people like Mag, Marcel, and many others they're just on here, but many others that are on here that have took the training, they are successful. Their business is booming because they took training and they're confident about what they're doing. And so they're able to add services to their business and they're doing well because they took training. That's the bottom line.
I got a chance. I was in somebody's clubhouse last night and I got a chance to talk about pricing and stuff. And they were just talking about different ways you can price, et cetera, et cetera. And my comment was a lot of times notaries are fearful to ask what they are deserving to be paid because they don't have the training. So of course you can't go out trying to do an apostille for $150, $200 plus, and you don't know what you're doing. You don't feel confident. You can't just learn it on the job, guys. You cannot. Some things you will learn, but you need a basis before you get out there. Last comment of the evening. Oh, go ahead, Angela.
Marcel said 1 year ago I took training with Angela. Best money spent.
Yeah. Oh, it was a year ago. Thank you, Marcel, for the clarification.
Look, Marcel been doing so well and she killing it. We think it's been years.
It does feel like it's been forever. I'm telling you. So, guys, we are going to say goodnight on behalf of Notary Life with Kimmi, AJ Mobile Notary, Angela, and Alexis, Mobile Notary Services by Alexis, and Notary Educators team. Good night. And thank you all for joining us. Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. See you soon.